everybody. It's Sunday evening, Sunday night. It's around about sort of 9 o'clock-ish, maybe 9:15, something like that. And I'm here for my first Zwift session of week 2 of Fat Lad Ad, becoming Fit Lad Ad, hopefully, fingers crossed and all that. Thanks for joining me on this Zwift session. It's possibly the first time I'm going to have spoken to you this week, because yesterday, which was day 1, we went out to, myself and my wife went out to Shrewsbury Food Festival, and unfortunately I forgot to charge my phone and I didn't take my fake GoPro, so my footage was pretty limited, to be quite honest, and I certainly didn't do anything to camera, although I shouldn't have been afraid, because there was quite a lot of other people with cameras doing vlogs and all sorts of, well, I assume there were vlogs, maybe doing some official official videos of stalls and stuff like that, but there were certainly people with gimbal camera rigs and all sorts of stuff, so probably shouldn't have been afraid. But as I say, I forgot, I did put my phone on charge, but I must have forgot to sort the, turn the plug on at the other end. I really need to get better at this technology camera stuff. Normally I don't have any trouble keeping my phone charged, but I'm on the brink of getting a new one. It's literally, hopefully, a couple of days, well, maybe a couple of weeks at the most away from being here, in which case it'll be much easier to keep charged, because I can use the wireless charging port that I've got sorted on my desk and stuff like that for it. But at the moment my old phone doesn't do any of that, and I have to remember to plug it in, which I often don't do it. Anyway, this time I did plug it in, but I didn't plug the other end in, obviously, or at least didn't switch the switch. So it didn't charge, and I didn't get, I got a couple of minutes of, well, probably not even that, a few seconds of footage of crowds and a few stalls. So there probably has been literally a little bit of that on the beginning of this vlog, but I'm not sure. So this is, probably the first time I got a chance to speak to you. And I haven't done much else today. I've been doing a lot of video editing and watching a lot of sport on the TV, because there's been cricket and Formula 1 and all that kind of stuff. So so this is probably the first time. Anyway, this Zwift session, I'm going to do the same route as I did on Friday last week. Hopefully do it a little bit quicker, maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's not that long ago since I had my evening meal, so I'm a little bit on the full side, but I didn't have a huge meal actually, so I don't feel too bad, but we'll see. I don't normally do good on exercise after food. So anyway, I'm going to stick my tunes on, and away we go. This ride was a bit disappointing, to be honest. I felt like it was harder, but according to this, it's not close to my best. I mean, I suppose it's close to my best, but yeah, I'm a bit short, which is a bit disappointing. But just got to keep going. You just got to keep trying. Some days will feel better than others. I know this, and I just have to push through the bad days and make the most of the good days. That's how it works. But that's how exercise works in the past for me. If I give up on the bad days, then the good days always feel like bad days. So yeah, gotta keep pushing. But that's probably all for me tonight. Tomorrow, off work tomorrow, so I might try and get out for a walk. But we've got some work people coming around tomorrow afternoon, which I need to be in for. So I need to probably, if I'm going to go for a walk, I need to get up early and do it. Still not quite up to running. I might go out tomorrow with running stuff on, just in case while I'm out on my walk. If I feel like running, I might just give it a few hundred meters, maybe something like that, just to see how my hip is. But generally, just set out for a walk. So I'll see you then. Good night. Hey up everyone, it's Monday afternoon, 6th of September. I'm on leave, so that's nice. I'm not at work, otherwise I would have been sat on my desk on this lovely day. I've just finished cleaning my gravel bike. Well, it's more of a road bike at the moment because last summer I ended up putting some road tyres on it because I was doing a little bit of road riding when I had a bit of a cameo as a takeaway delivery driver in between jobs. But I have got some gravel tyres for it up there, which I may put back on at some point. But they puncture really easily, which when you're a heavy guy, I need to make them tubeless basically, which I tried but failed at. So I may get a bike shop involved to do that. Anyway, I finished washing it. I was going to go out on it, but it's got this issue where the hydraulic disc brakes basically just they're not tight enough, and basically having to pull the levers right to the handlebar before they even start slowing me down, which when you're heavy like me and you need a bit of brake, I mean the whole reason for getting a disc brake bike was because in the wet, rim brakes don't really work if you're heavy. So, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. I think it's passing. It's passed, we're good. So yeah, so I need to get that sorted. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to go inside and have a look at some YouTube videos, maybe see if I can see basically see how easy it is to adjust those brakes and see if I can adjust them now and get out on it this afternoon before tea, or this evening after I've eaten. If it's not something I'm going to be able to do myself, either because I don't have the tools or the competence, which is probably the more likely, then I might have to get a local bike shop involved, but hopefully not. There hasn't been many things I've had to get a bike shop involved to do on my bike. I've done most of the work myself in the past. So yeah, hopefully that'll work. If that doesn't work and I can't get it fixed today, I'll get it serviceable today, I'll probably go out for a walk after tea maybe, and I'll see you then. But if that's the case, then I'll either be on my turbo trainer in the morning before we go out for the day. I think we're going out for the day tomorrow. It's going to be a beautiful day. Or I'll try and get out on I'll take my proper road bike off the turbo trainer and actually get out on that for a few miles maybe. Maybe 10-15 miles. Should be easy going on that really, compared to this. This one's a little bit heavier and the gearing's a bit more set up for gravel and uphills and stuff, which, or rather for soft uphills. So yeah, so I'll catch you then. I'll catch you this evening on a walk if that's the case, or on a bike ride. If not, I'll see you tomorrow for a turbo session or an actual outdoor bike ride. Cheers. So I'm back again. It's the same day, and I've just watched a video on YouTube which I think will help me. So what they said was, I apologise for the quality of the camera work here, that there's a little grub screw down, well on this side there's a gear lever, underneath the gear lever the little grub screw basically, which I give a bit of a turn, and hopefully that will reduce the travel of my brake. So let's give it a go. I'll try and film it, but it's going to be difficult two-handed, so actually I'm going to turn you off and then I'll come back after I've done it to tell you how it went. Well, I've turned the screw, and the good news is there's now it's still going back a fair bit, but there's a lot more resistance than there was. There's a lot more resistance than there was. Now the guy on YouTube I saw said you probably only need to turn it a quarter of a turn or so. Let me tell you, I had to turn mine a lot. Almost, I mean it's now proud. It was sticking out probably about, I don't know, 3 or 4 millimeters from that sort of barrel. And now it's proud. So I'm guessing that's probably where it should be. It may be a sign that my pads are gone, to be honest. That's probably the sort of root cause of this, or the system needs bleeding or something and refilling. But for now, that seems to have helped. So I'm going to try the other side and see how we get on. Yeah, this side it's a bit easier because there's no gear lever to contend with. This side's a bit easier because there's no gear lever to contend with. But yet again, I had to turn that screw probably half a dozen times till it's now essentially proud with the barrel that it sits in there. So I wonder if that's how it comes and it's just gradually got loose, but or basically it's a sign of the pads wearing down. But to be honest, I really haven't ridden this bike enough to think that it would need new pads yet, but I could be wrong. Yeah, that's the side. Look at that. I hadn't really noticed that. I have to put some helicopter tape on that to stop that from happening. So yeah, but anyway, that seems to me now back like it was when it was first delivered, or rather when I first picked it up. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Still probably will put it in for service at some point, because I guess, I don't know, maybe you guys can tell me, the pads maybe, looks like there's still a bit of wear on those pads, to be fair. We'll see. Anyway, I consider that a success. I would consider that a success, so I might head out for a bit of a ride before tea now, or I might wait till after tea until it gets a bit cooler, because it's pretty warm here. But either way, I'll catch you then. Hey everyone, it's Monday afternoon and I'm actually, well hopefully, first of all, hopefully you can hear me over this wind noise and the cars, but I'm actually out on my bike, having managed to fix it earlier. I didn't get up quite as early as I hoped, so it's starting to get dark, so I'm just going to do a quick spin, probably only 3 miles, around a bit of a local route, but coming back via a little sort of BMX track, which is meant for kids, but I thought I might have a crack. Got my helmet mount for my camera, and we'll see what goes. And I'll speak to you then. All this turbo training has kind of actually made me forget how easy just flat riding is with no wind. I mean, I know I've only been going a mile, but hey, I'm enjoying it so far. Got to climb a little hill here, so we'll see how that goes. Even if I do say so myself, I feel I've got this bike running pretty damn smooth actually. Gears maybe could do with a bit more tweaking, but brakes are just about perfect. Feels like there's almost no resistance on the wheels. Maybe that's a sign the bearings are going, to be honest. But yeah, feels really nice. Glad I did what I did today. Might be more outdoor cycling for me than I thought actually, before the winter comes. So this is it, little BMX track. It's quite near where I live, so if I stack it, I don't have far to go to get home. It's only a mile probably to my house. I'm planning to just roll around it and see how it goes, because obviously I'm on what is essentially a road bike. I probably can't see that very well because I haven't got a selfie stick or anything. But yeah, hopefully it'll be good, and then I'm just going to head home. Now I've proven my bike's working pretty good. So I'm going to put you in my helmet mount, which means I'm going to have to go in the waterproof case, which means you'll probably lose most of the audio unless I really shout, which I'm not going to do. So I'll speak to you afterwards. There you have it then. I'm not going to set the world alight or in by any means, but 6.5 kilometres on a real bike, and it felt like about 1 kilometre on Zwift. So yeah, so if I can do 10 kilometres on Zwift, maybe I could do 60 kilometres, which is not bad. I mean, I think probably kidding myself there, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe more towards the end of the week. Here we are at Attingham Park. My wife's birthday, well, in a couple of days. But we're having a picnic by the river. Looks like a right time. but I'm pretty sure they made a horror film out of it. So hot, eye is melting, eye is melting. Oh, morning everyone. It's Wednesday morning, week 2, and I'm out on my actual bike, on an actual bike ride in the outdoors with like fresh air and everything. It should have been a Zwift day, but I'm off work, which I may have mentioned a few times already in this video, and you may be sick of hearing it for those of you who are still at work. Morning everybody. But weather was just too good to sit in my conservatory on a Zwift ride. Plus I'm out on a bike ride this evening with my neighbour, so I thought I'd get some miles in my legs warmed up and get used to the route. Well, just have a quick recce of the route we'll be taking. Part of it anyway. We're not doing very many miles tonight, so I'm doing a few more now. Basically what I'm doing is my neighbour gave me a map of the round Shrewsbury official, some kind of official ride anyway, which is about 40 miles, which is too much for me. So what I've done is my house is sort of like in the bottom, in the sort of south east corner of it. So what I've done is I've sort of cut it into thirds, and I'm now doing the bottom third. So back out of town along the river path, which is what we'll be taking tonight, and then I'm coming round basically, so from about sort of, imagine a circular route around Shrewsbury, from about sort of 3 o'clock down to about sort of 7 o'clock, and then back into home. I've just done my first significant climb, which was actually alright considering I'm a big fat lad, and yeah, it was pretty hard. I was on the granny ring most of the way, but I got up there and passed a couple of cyclists who were on their way down, so I had to compose myself, make sure I Didn't look like I was too knackered. But now I'm at the top, I'm going to have a drink, taking these pretty spectacular views of the farmers hard at work, although it doesn't seem to be that much happening at the moment. Building up there, what I assume is hay. And then I'm going to push on. I'm probably about just under a third of the way there now, so I'll maybe speak to you again if I see something a bit more exciting. I mean, look at this house. This house is absolutely gorgeous. Someday maybe. Anyway, I must press on. Speak to you later. Well, this is Attingham Park, where we visited yesterday. Now, I'm really not sure about this because I think the route I'm following, I think the intent was for it to run the other direction, because the route it's taking me now is basically in the outroad of Attingham Park, which is technically one way. I mean, I know I'm a cyclist and it kind of doesn't matter, but I still like to obey the rules of the road. But I figure this is a quiet enough entrance, and it's just nice flat grass either side, so if there's a car coming I can just duck out the way, and it's not very long. It's probably only half a mile in total going the wrong way. But yeah, I'm actually surprised I got here so quick. This is about halfway on my route. There's been a bit of a headwind as well, so it hopefully means on the return log I can get a bit of a tailwind going and get home pretty quickly. But you never know, it could be, sometimes I mistake a cross headwind for a headwind, and actually I'm just going to turn more into the headwind. But anyway, it's still fun. Why did I ever stop cycling? This has been amazing. Yeah, obviously the uphills are still hard for being a large person, but the flats and the downs are just so much fun, especially on a day like this on quiet roads. This has got to be the start of something for me. Just what you want your dog to shit on, probably the nicest bit of grass in Shropshire. You can see it's a busy spot even on not on a school holiday. Schools have gone back around here, so should be no kids under sort of 5, if not older, if not younger. Bit of a pinch point coming in. Let this car go. I'll try and sneak through before another one comes. Thank you. Cattle grids. Oh god, that was close one-handed. Don't do cattle grids one-handed. Not fun. Right, I'm going to switch this off now because I'm going to be back on the road again, and I'll speak to you maybe a bit further round. That was a nice ride through Attingham Park. There's the main gate behind me. I think I'm going to go over this bridge. I need to check my route on my Garmin in a minute. I think I need to go over this bridge and go left, but I'm not sure if it's the left before or after the bridge, so we'll see. I think it's after. Just thinking that looks a nice pub to come and visit someday maybe. Maybe a bit posh for me, but still looks pretty nice. Especially when the traffic's died down a little bit. So maybe another day. Well, definitely another day. It won't be today, that's for certain. Okay. I take back anything I said. I may have said previously in this video about cycling being easy. No. I've just come up a short but steep bump. Probably most people would describe as a bump. For me it's, something in the Alps. And I got up it, but jeepers, I'm tired. And I don't think it's even the biggest climb on this route. I think that's still to come, maybe just around this corner. So I'm going to stop, have a drink, get my breath back and carry on. But, I'm past halfway. So I think, fairly confident I'm going to get it done. I'm not going to have to pull off early or anything silly like that. But yeah, uphills are still a massive challenge for fat people like me. But it's going to come better on two fronts. I'm going to lose weight, which is going to make me lighter and easier to climb. But also I'm going to get stronger. so I'm going to be able to put more power out. So my power to weight is going to improve on both sides, or from both fronts. So I'm hoping I'm going to see pretty quick, or reasonably quick, improvements there in my hill climbing over a couple of months. Obviously if I keep this up. But anyway, I'm going to push on to the next horrible climb probably. But yeah, I can't cry too much. I decided to do this rather than a Zwift ride, and I'm glad I did. How annoying. I've just come off. Basically, I was coming up this hill, got to a slight increase in gradient, and I tried to go down a gear, not realising I was already on the top. And my gears let me go up another one, but it just put the chain over the top onto the spokes basically. My pedal just slipped, obviously, the chain came off completely, and I couldn't unclip in time. Thankfully I was going like half a mile an hour, so I just did the usual fall when you clipped in. So I scuffed my skin a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, but that's about it really. Should be okay to carry on, but I had to walk a little bit up this gradient to get to a little bit of a flat. Well, it's not much flat, so I can maybe get on again and get because I had to move my gears a bit to get the chain right. So it's not exactly in a climbing gear. It's not far off. So I need to get on, get moving, and then put it down a couple of gears, being careful not to go too far, and then carry on up to the top, which I'm hoping is just round that corner up there. Well, that's a relief. I have managed to get to the top by cycling. Got in the right gear eventually. I thought I'd mashed something with my weight landing on the bike, because the front wheel was way over to one side. I thought maybe I'd bent, but it wasn't wobbling, that was the funny thing. I thought maybe I'd bent the forks or something. Anyway, I just got to the top, because it was only like 50 yards. And I just undid the quick release and reseated the wheel, and it seems to be fine. So I maybe just got away with one then. Hopefully there's no damage. It seems to be okay. I'll obviously give it a better inspection when I get back to my garage. But for now I'm just I haven't got many tools with me, just a couple of Allen keys and the like, so I don't think there's going to be that much I can do if it's more serious, but it seems to be riding okay, so hopefully it's nothing more than that, and I'll make it home and be fine. So my shin's just a bit scuffed. I'm not feeling it at the moment, it just feels a little hot, but I'm guessing I'm going to feel it later, maybe on my ride tonight, and definitely tomorrow. But it's not the first time I've come off, won't be the last, so I must press on. So I think if I remember my Strava route planning, which was pretty much only an hour ago, this marks nice 80s Porsche just gone past. This marks the highest point of the ride. I'm only about half a mile from where I actually fell off, so it was on the same basically it's the top of that, at the very top of that hill. It carried on a little bit more after I thought I got to the top. There was a little bit of a false summit, but I think basically this tree marks the summit. Well, it does for me anyway. So it's basically downhill from here, and I'm pretty much soon be turning off this cycle route round Shrewsbury back into town, and that's where it turns more into suburban and urban cycle paths and things like that, which is pretty dull. It's a nice gentle descent back down into Condover, and then back down into Condover, and then I hang a right from Condover and go into Shrewsbury via a bit of a back door into my house. So yeah, a bit of a climb I wasn't expecting. If I wasn't holding my camera, I'd have been going a bit faster. I probably wouldn't have even noticed this. But anyway, this descent's looking like it's going to get steeper, so I'm going to put the camera away and enjoy it. Well, I planned my route to go down there. It's sort of like a back way into my estate. I think there probably is a route through, but I think that sign probably says it all really. I'm not going to push my luck by going down there. So I guess it's back by the main road, which is a bit, I mean there is a cycle path next to it I suppose, so it's not too bad, but there's obviously been an accident on this road I think somewhere, hence why the traffic's building up. So it's really, I used to use this road to go to work, and it's not very, I mean it's a fun road when there's nothing on it, but it's obviously quite a busy road and it's not really built for the level of traffic that it gets. So yeah, but I mean you can just about see the roundabout there with the A5. That's where I've got to get to basically, over the roundabout, and then it's basically suburban cycle paths back to my house, which is, you know, fine. A little bit, it's going to be a little bit longer route than I intended, because I was going to basically cut across there, across those fields, through those woods, but you know, Strava made it look like the Strava heat maps of most used routes made it look like it was fine, but obviously there was no street view through it, so I couldn't make sure. And yeah, that's fine. I don't think I'm going to chance that. So yeah, back by the main road and back to home.